Hina Hayata enters as the second best female player in Japan. She is tall and strong, with the power that defines the new generation of Japanese women's table tennis. But across the table waits Kim Kum Yong, the master of long pimple rubber who breaks rhythm and destroys timing. Once again, Hina struggles to find a clean solution. Her power is real, but Kim Kum Yong absorbs it and redirects it with perfect calm. In this quarterfinal of the Asian Championships, the same story repeats. Hina fights with courage, yet the long pimple master keeps the control of every key moment. This match shows how difficult it is to beat a defender with absolute confidence and perfect reading of spin.
It's Hina Hayata who benefits in. I think it's good for Kim, who had called for this timeout there. Good. Well, if the first match was anything to go by, then DPR Korea are up for the challenge against a strong and formidable Japanese unit. Now it's going to be Hina Hayata. But on your screen right now is Kim Kum Yong, who is DPR Korea's #1, and that is Hayata there in the pinkish jersey. In the blue jersey from DPR Korea is Kim Kum Yong, 24 years old, number 42 in the world currently, has played 49 matches in her career and won 38. This year, though, she's only played 3 matches. Now talking about Hina Hayata, who's at the other end. She's 25 years old. We'll have a look at her in a moment or two. But Kim Kum Yong, a left-hander, a lot of expectations from the DPRK on her shoulders, because when you're #1, you carry that extra aura. Now, yes, that is Hina Hayata on your screen. 25 years old, from Japan, ranked 14, and in terms of experience, 563 matches. And we are ready. It's going to be Kim Kum Yong to serve, a left-hander. Going towards a left-hander, an all left-handed affair. So table #1 becoming the southpaw's corner. And it's Kim Kum Yong who begins positively for herself. So this is for the first time since yesterday we are watching this unique match where the two left-hand players are facing each other, and this is where the game becomes really, really tricky. One of the matches that I really liked watching today was between a player with a pen holder's grip and the other player being a left-hander. Now that is a different dynamic altogether in the world of table tennis, and this dynamic too, finally we've got to see that on table #1 here at the Asian Table Tennis Teams Championship.
Oh, that makes it, that's the reason I would want to, I think it's great that this kind of a tournament is happening in India, because Indian fans and players are watching such unique style at this high level. that it's not easy to get performance or a medal rather at this kind of a level. So a lot more variety, lot more quickness. Hina Hayata right now trailing behind 2 points. Certainly audience favorite here. Kim Kum, maybe the rank 42, but I think she's displaying the same amount of confidence that DPR Korea has, the earlier player has, Cha has displayed.
Oh yes, and if you look at it, then Cha was absolutely up against it, playing against the Japanese number 1 in fact. And over here, Kim, obviously a lot more experience than Cha with a ranking that is 42. She's also won a career title as well. She's got one in her career. So yes, there is that experience, greater experience, and also by the body language, it's almost something that you can read, that there's that belief that I can definitely come here and not just compete.
Absolutely, you got to throw that challenge there, because that's how the players would actually come up. And an inch of a confidence with this point for Hina. Kim leading by 5-2. Hina to serve to Kim. That long pendulum service was returned by a spinny attack. Kim could read the service so beautifully well, and with a powerful forehand, Hina had absolute no escape. 6-2. Kim Kum to Hayata.
Look at that. That is a lot of confidence. Just that forehand with authority, placing it past Hayata. And you just look at that body language. We can keep focusing on that, and she has got a spring in her stride, and there's that belief that you can definitely read. We keep harping on that because it's quite evident. Now that's a let serve, so they've got to serve that again.
A little more spinnier forehand by Kim Kum. Well defended by Hina. With that counter spin attack there. I'm just observing that Hina is right now on the receiving side. She's playing a little more defensively there. Maybe DPR Korea as a team has put them under a lot of pressure. Hina is just like Miwa Harimoto. It's taking good amount of time to settle down with the services of Kim Kum as well as strokes. She's not playing as wildly she plays. Maybe the pressure of the first game there.
On the net now, and that pressure just being applied by Kim. She's now up by a significant margin. In fact, look at it, 9-3.
Looks like that warriors against the champions are playing.
This time though, it's locked a little bit out, and Hayata will get that 1 point and moved up to 4. Off the top of the neck, and that's gone out. Kim actually had the opportunity there to capitalize on those two serves and clinch victory in this first game, but she's got to wait. Hayata is still fighting.
What has she done? What has Kim Kum, what is she doing? She is playing like a Pimple player in between.
Can you explain that a little bit more for our listeners as well?
She cut the forced topspin and literally kept the ball onto the second court. How did she manage to do that? She slowed down the spin on such a powerful topspin. Not an easy thing. What is the kind of skill she has got?
And why is she opening that window for her?
9-7.
Whoa! Hayata was down 9-3. The next 5 points have gone in her favor. And this is some sort of comeback if she can capitalize on it.
Oh, it's quite a good comeback.
Yes, and now Kim would be thinking, like, have I opened the door?
All this while she has not played even a single point casually though. So she has got a, I guess, odd rubber onto the backhand. Yes, she has got an odd rubber onto the backhand. That's why she could slow down the spin. 9-all. Hina to serve. Let's see what happens. This is the experience win over the challenging team. The ball was in the air. It was almost the point that Hayata wanted with that signature shot.
Was
She
almost
missed out.
yeah, and that 6-point winning streak has been broken right now, but that was because of an unforced error of sorts. So now Kim on game point, but Hayata to serve. That's gone out, and it's going to be deuce. 10-all, and the serve will go back to Kim.
What a beautiful backhand by Kim. Quite a courage there to play. Typically, otherwise, we've seen people playing a lot more forehand.
Yeah, and also you can see that Hayata was forced to do something different, but then that went out and almost admonished herself to do that. It's still game point now for Kim.
Oh, Hayata gave everything she had for this point, but mistimed it. Kim took away the first game out of the clutch of Hayata. It was a good comeback by Hayata though. She was trailing behind 6 points, but she came back.
And
Well
just,
done.
And just like her teammate Cha Soo-young, who won the first game, Kim Kum Yong has also done the same thing. And this time though, one must remember that Kim Kum Yong is actually very highly ranked. She's very highly rated. She's 42nd in the world. So for her to be almost on an equal footing with some of these Japanese players, it's of course believable. It's of course something that she would back herself to do. And you can possibly see a little bit of pressure maybe on the Japanese team, especially the coach. You can see him intent in that discussion with Hayata. One teammate just using the fan to cool down her teammate Hayata over there. Niva is there on the right hand side. She won her game, or match rather, and did her job. What's happening on the other table? Let's just have a look at that as well.
Second game. Number 2 serve.
Well, on the second table, Republic of Korea have taken a 1-0 lead against Hong Kong, China. They won the first game, and then in the second game,
Wow, what a beautiful use of Pimple service, so Pimple rubber by Kim. Suddenly changing the rhythm of Hina Hayata.
can you also tell us a little bit more about that Pimple rubber or the Pimple serve that you were mentioning, so that our viewers who are involved know a little bit more about that?
See, typically these rubbers are kind of, they play a very magical game. So lefties are known for their own service, and Kim is breaking all the services of Hina Hayata. using the pimple rubber because it changes the spin and suddenly it slowed down the ball. Niva is finding it difficult to play her backhand onto Pimple because unlike the plain rubber, it can slow the game, and that's what she's doing, slowing the game and then keeping attack onto herself. So that's the reason Hina Hayata is pushing Kim Kum to more down to the forehand or to the center of the table so that she finds it difficult to play and use the pimple rubber. We also call it as odd rubber in the technical language.
But change in the serve.
Yes, absolutely. That's the reason she's changing the serve, because she knew that she's going to come and she wanted that Kim Kum to play more forehand there, but Kim used her footwork, converted that rubber from the backhand, got that point. This time, Hina Hayata changed the service to tomahawk, which leaves a little less time for opponent to go on the either side of the table. Push the ball to the forehand. So Hina's strategy is to push Kim Kum to play a lot more from her red color rubber, which is a plain rubber. You could see that she's placing the ball more on the center of the table.
Yep. And just to tell the viewers, on table number 2 on the other quarter-final, Republic of Korea against Hong Kong, China. The second match is going on. Kim Neong of Korea Republic against Zhu Shengzhu of Hong Kong, China. 11-4, 11-8. It's 9-all in the third game there. Meanwhile, it's 4-all here.
It's 4-all here. Kim is setting good amount of challenge for Hayata. A, she's a lefty. B, she has a pimple, and she has attacking pimple rubber. It's a very unique combination.
That was dominant. And you know, whenever Sachin here says, wow, you know that there's been some brilliant strategizing behind winning a point.
So yes, of course, the way she changed the pace of the ball, it was a powerful forehand by Hina Hayata. Down the line to the backhand, but she slowed the ball. My goodness, you could see the block, top block, everything into the rally. Kim is really fighting for every point, making Hina sweat for every piece of point she's taking. She's not giving up. That's the kind of a grit you require. It's the timing. A gift she has given to Hina. The ball that she missed, the toss spin that she missed. That's a loud cheer up by Hina Hayata. She has earned this point. First toss spin to the center, replied that powerful forehand, counter spin by Kim with that dominating forehand. This is looking like Hina Hayata has come to a flow finally. Lot more confidence in her stroke, lot more display of spin. You could see the walk, you could see the confident walk.
You just mentioned that she's getting her flow, and that flow was very evident during that last point that was won. Now on 8-5 in the second game, had dropped the first game there, Hina Hayata. Meanwhile, another point for Kim. Kim is definitely not an easy opponent to face. She's left-handed, she's got the power as well, good awareness around. Just seems like a live wire around the table. Look at her move there.
That top block and the powerful forehand by Kim. My goodness, it's taking so much of time for Hina Hayata to win each and every point, but with that chop block, Kim just changed the rhythm. Only 1 point lead with Hina. Kim to serve.
There's no lead now. It's 8-all in the second game. Now the pressure may be a little bit creeping up on Hayata because she's already lost the first game, and now this is the second one where Kim is just managing to keep up pace with her as we move into this critical juncture of the match. It'll be interesting to see who would really go for the kill. Often you would say that about the 8th or 9th point mark, that's what makes the difference. Who goes for the kill? Hayata did try to do that, but this time it just went a little bit far forward. Her coach will not mind that actually.
Oh yes, I guess.
And it's a timeout. It's an early timeout actually in the second game itself. Generally we've seen timeouts being taken in the third game or the fourth game. But this one, maybe the Japanese coach, let's just put a timeout now, break the momentum that maybe Kim has got on her side, and let's arrest the slide that is happening on our side.
Absolutely. You bang on to it. Right now, Hina, the coach could see that Hina had lost the momentum she had gained here. So obviously this is the important juncture, tail end of the match. If she can erase the game here, then she can still have a dominance of 2s. Maybe otherwise Kim could have a dominance of 2-0, which would not go in their favor. A good, absolute right place to have that timeout. So much of pressure we have seen Kim has put up on Hayata. Such a beautiful display of skills here.
And very impressive, very, very impressive by Kim. Just the way that she has played today so far. Rather than putting pressure on the opponent, this timeout was more about you yourself just coming to the fore.
Very, very powerful. Wow, that's a good comeback by Hayata with that powerful forehand.
Very good comeback. Extremely well done because there was power in that, and she also put it in a corner where Kim wasn't going to reach it because it was hit that hard. Now Kim serving with the left hand, of course. Going for the pendulum. Changes direction.
So much of grit, so much of calculation in first 3 balls. It's so much of calculated game Hina Hayata played. Such a high level, and then went aggressive. She knew that it's the time that she has to go aggressive for this point. Ooh, wow.
Yes, it's game point now.
Oh my God. 2 lead points picked up. One by the Kim, the other by the Hayata. So much of grit is going into every point. It's the tail end of the second game. It can go either ways.
Absolutely can go either ways, and now it's going to be Hayata to serve. Kim to face.
Wow, beautifully played back by Kim. Hina is using everything possible she has got. She's using spin, she's using power, but that atom, Kim, replied with the forehand, got the point.
It was just fantastic to see the way she was responding to that, but now Hayata has managed to level things again. So during the previous point when Kim won, and it could just be seen that just the way that she was able to extend with her forehand and get those winners in, she just managed to get the strength behind those shots as well. And now Hayata is going to serve yet again. Goes towards the other direction, but it's taken the net, and which is why it's a let serve. this has been a contest to really watch for.
My God, such a long rally there. So much is required to fight for that 1 point. On one side, Kim is blocking all her forehand from her forehand. Look at the eyes of Hina Hayata. Completely focused. Grit. On the other side, Kim has no effect on her. Wow, beautifully pushed the ball onto the forehand, slowed the ball onto a forehand. Lovely strategy. Absolutely not allowed Hayata to use her power forehand there.
Yes, and this contest is getting even more intense. If the first game was anything to go by, it was 12-10, and now it's 12 all. We're just extending forward. We're just moving forward.
You could see super stats on the scoreboard there. Hina Hayata leading by 1 point. Advantage. Definitely she wants this game to remain in the good condition there. Oh my God. Bit of a hesitation with that shot push by Kim. What a strategy applied by that young player there.
Very impressive. Kim has been very, very impressive. She gets that point, and now it's going to be game point for her as well. Not a lot to choose in between these two players so far, but it's Kim who has really turned it on when it mattered, especially in the first game. Now can she replicate that and take this one as well?
My God, Hina Hayata bent out, literally kneel down for that backhand shot, and after that finish with that forehand. She's getting everything out what she has got from the arsenal. Such a beautiful game by her.
Yes, and that rally itself was 12 points, and it just indicates the kind of intensity that this match has had.
Yes. It's 14 all. Hina Hayata.
Hina Hayata to serve, yes.
Kim Kum.
Kim Kum. There's that fire, the tank
It's
coming
a
in.
beautiful strategy. Service in the center. Forehand. Finish forehand to the backhand. Kim was not ready for this attack. And with this, Hina Hayata has another advantage.
Yes, and generally Hina Hayata has been good in terms of protecting. No, she's not. Right there, she's just let it slip. Well, this match is going on and on and on, and it's just like one of the matches that was played earlier in the day in the men's competition as well, when DPR Korea were facing Malaysia. That match too just went on and on and on. In fact, was well past its scheduled time. That the women's match there, it had to be delayed. Wow. And with that intensity, Hayata manages to get that point. I don't know why she was holding on to her head. But anyways, is this the occasion where she will be able to capitalize on that? Let's have a look. It is Kim. She defended the last game point.
Oh my God.
That's a very soft end to the game, as Hayata manages to take it 17-15, and she has leveled matters here with Kim. It's one apiece in the second match of this encounter, the quarterfinal of the Asian Table Tennis Teams Championships in Bhubaneswar. Don't go anywhere. It's Japan versus People's Republic of Korea, and we will be back with the third game in this second match. It's Hina Hayata taking on Kim Kum Yong. Right, so we are back here and it's the third game.
Kim must have been a bit disappointed the way the second game ended after that clutching fight. Such a soft start of the game. Well placed, well timed shot on deep backhand side of Hina Hayata.
As you said, it was a soft start to the game. In fact, it was a soft end to the previous game as well, where, you know, she fumbled on the serve.
Oh, absolutely, it could be the hangover of the second game.
We've got to get past that hangover.
Look at it. I think she's already passing through. She's showing all. Again, the skill and the intent is back with that point, leading by 2-1. Hina to serve. Kim to defend.
Not to serve, all right.
Wow. A lucky point, but well defended by Kim. 3 topspin. She kind of back-to-back blocked it. And then with that powerful forehand, though it touched the edge of the table, but what a gutsy shot it was.
Gutsy shot indeed. Leading 3-1. Tried to flick that with her backhand, and then later on the next one, she tried to go for that angle in towards Kim's body as well, but this has gone out. So it's a good confident start. It was initially a slow, or rather a soft start, but then she has built well, made those amends, and that continues in fact for Kim, and she has moved across to 5-1. Heading into the first towel break in this game, it's Kim who is seemingly in control, 5-1, and you know, we've got to see that how she's able to maintain this now that the momentum is very well in her favor in this game.
Oh yes, it's very, very tiring for attacking player to play. Hina must be really exhausted for this kind of a game, because Kim is, look at this, you have to be highest level of athlete to play against this kind of odd rubber left-hander player. The kind of skill she's displaying is phenomenal. She has got the perfect attack, perfect change of spin, and then with the lethal forehand. Yes, Hina Hayata has got Kim onto the center, and this is where she has understood that if I need to slow down Kim, this is the only place. Three points lead.
Yeah, getting that 3-point lead now, all right. But initially the beginning was very much in Kim's favor. Then Hayata managed to come back, and what a rally this one. What a rally. There was power in that, but Hayata was on the defense. She tried to, you know, keep herself in by blocking and blocking and blocking. Action-packed, but yet again it's Kim. That forehand, the power forehand that Sachin keeps talking about, it's just gone a little bit wide, and 8-3 now, that's quite a margin.
Right now, leading the game, not just with emotion. Oh, this time, Hina has changed the rhythm.
Well, the rhythm may have changed, but the result has not changed for her, because it's now Kim on 9-3.
Yes, absolutely. Hina Hayata normally, whenever she wants to change the game, she lobs the ball really high in the air, and but well picked up by Kim. 9-3. That driven backhand by Hina Hayata there. Kim has slowed the ball. She went forward, used the spinny shot, and then finished off with that powerful backhand there. 4-9.
And that forehand by Kim eventually creates that opportunity for her, and she wins it. Hayata flicks the top of the net. and that's gone out. Now it's another game point. She's got the chance to go 2-1 up. Well, the DPR Korea team has certainly turned up very spirited for this match. Japan may have the higher ranked players, and it's Kim who's taken her second game in this match, and it's 2-1 to her. Hina Hayata has got a lot to think about. The world number 14 is up against it, against Kim Kum Yong of DPR Korea. Overall, Japan are leading 1-0, but remember, in this match, which is ongoing, it's 2-1 so far in favor of Kim.
While it is not appropriate to bring the past back, but the second game, if the way Kim had lost with that one fault serve she did, she must be really thinking for a second that wish that ball would have placed on the table and I would have won that game. The trajectory right now would have been 3-0, but nevertheless, it's a good comeback by Kim with a third. I would not call it as an easy win though, because both the players are right now fighting really hard for every point. A lot of strategy, a lot of mind work is happening along with the footwork there. So some cheer up from the coach of Japan there. Hina Hayata to defend, and Kim is fighting to win this particular match. And it is love all play. We are loving it from this beautiful stadium of Bhubaneswar, Kalinga Stadium there.
Yes, we are on the third floor, in case anyone wants to know. We're on the third floor getting a great view as well.
Oh, Kim looks like Hina Hayata is a bit surprised. The first service, she missed out. She was under a shock. How come?
Turn the other way, and it's a good positive start for Kim in this match as well. Boy, I'm very impressed by the way DPR Korea have turned up for this quarterfinal, and especially someone like Kim. It's not just that, they've shown great spirit as well, and that spirit continues. That spirit is only going to get better and stronger.
And as we could see on the Stupa stats there, that Hina has already taken one timeout, but Kim has yet not, and looks like the spirit in which Kim is, looks like she doesn't need a timeout right now, but anything can happen. So, what an athlete Kim is. She went on to that powerful forehand and then she went behind. Looks, why, my goodness, how she is playing it.
I'll tell you what kind of an athlete she is. She's absolutely committed. And you can see that commitment just the way that she even tried to convert something out of an almost hopeless situation with that smash coming in from Hayata. That lead is just growing now. It's a 3-point lead. The character of the DPR Korea team can also be seen with the way Cha Soo-young actually played in the first match as well against Miwa Harimoto, and although she lost, it was a 5-gamer. Hayata managing to get that point with that forehand, and you look at the forehand and it's one that will really impress someone like Sachin, because you know that when you talk about the beauty of certain shots, I think you will rate this forehand very high.
Yes, absolutely. 5 on 5.
Why 5 on 5? Go for 10 on 10. Unless you've got only 5 parameters to judge.
Since we have not touched 5 points in this particular game, that's the reason 5 on 5.
All right, fair enough. But anyway, it's now 4-3 and Kim still has got the lead. It's Hayata who's actually chasing this match, because obviously Kim is ahead 2-1.
Yes, I would hats off to Hina Hayata, the way she's chasing, because at some point of time it looked like that she's going to have again a big margin, and look at this, she has equalized the score there. Yes,
and just dancing around a little bit, trying to keep her feet ginger and warm as well, keeping herself active, moving a bit, get the muscles flowing. 4-all now. It was 4-1 at one stage. Now, is the tide turning gradually? Is it turning gradually? Made Kim stretch for that one. She did. She outstretched her hand, but couldn't place it properly.
Hina to serve. 5-4. Second top spin. This time Hina didn't go for an aggressive attack. She looped the ball from behind. That is something which Kim got little confused. What to do with that? And this is how experienced players can actually change the rhythm of the game.
That's gone out. And Kim, after a long interval, manages to win that point. In fact, Hayata had won 5 in a row. So
Yes.
she's broken that streak now. Will be Kim. And that streak has been broken, as I said earlier. Now it's 6-all.
Hina is finding it tough though right now after such a long winning streak. Kim has equalized, and when the scores are equal, the match can go either ways because both the players are equally tough with the mindset wise, but with this tough backhand, ripping backhand, Hina Hayata leading the score by 1 point is 7-6. I think she's gone back to her old strategy. Center service to the center and then push the ball to backhand.
That backhand was truly quality. Goes for the forehand, and she's shown the range of her shots as well. Earlier it was a quality backhand, and now it's a forehand. That gets her that point.
She's constantly changing the attack style. She's not going for winner. Sometimes she goes for winner and sometimes she goes for that loopy attack, so that Kim is completely confused what kind of ball is going to come.
No confusion there. Absolutely no confusion. She knew what she had to do. The ball was there to be hit, and then she hit it perfectly. It may have looked easy, but remember, a lot of players also get carried away by that.
Oh yes, that's where you require that kind of maturity to understand the spin of the ball. Okay, Kim is confused. While Kim had slowed the ball, but Hina picked up that ball really, really well. At some point of time, it looked like that Hina had lost the rhythm and completely confused the way Kim was playing. But well played.
Got to go move past that confusion now.
Wow, what a best shot. I think this is the best point. It's something what we have seen all this while now. Beautiful block from behind the table and then come back to the backhand side of it with that ripping down the line backhand. How the hell did she play that shot?
That's gone out. So a bit of a moment of respite for Kim.
Good comeback, Hina Hayata.
Oh yes, she was 4-1 down.
She was emotionally down. She was down by the strokes, but now, same game, she's leading by 10-8. And I'm surprised why Kim has not taken a timeout yet.
Yeah, why would you want to save it for the 5th one? And we are going into the 5th game. Hayata has been good. She's moved to 11-8, and this has equalized matters in the second match. It's 2-all, and we are now set for a 5th match.
And you can see the level of quarterfinal. It is playing at such highest level. Both the players are playing their complete game. They are pushing everything, is something what they have got under their arsenal. Cooling down the player right now, the assistance of Japan team, so much required. While obviously when you play such a high athletic game, and that too against the odds of a player who is really good with a forehand, you would definitely need to cool down there. And I'm sure DPR Korea coach would be, I would say that he would be really happy, but right now you could see that none of the team is displaying their emotions. They are completely into the groove, fighting for every point. It's a quarter-final. Obviously, team would qualify to semi. Empire has called players back to the table. This is decider. Who will win? Japan or DPR Korea? Experience, higher ranker or challengers? Let's see. The game begins now. Kim to serve.
Yes, both the matches so far have gone into the fifth game. And just to add to that, Sachin, this is the fourth 5-gamer that we are covering in a row on table number 1. Because the India-Hong Kong-China match also, the last 2 matches there went into the 5th game, and both the matches here also have gone into the 5th game. So quite something, huh?
Absolutely, because this is how they are talking about it. This is how the quarterfinal is supposed to be played. Each and every player went on high with their skills.
Yeah, and more intensity, because obviously there's more at stake. The players are a lot closer in terms of ranking, and what a forehand. She really pressed it, made Hayata stretch out. Hayata got her paddle towards it, but then only managed to hit it towards the net.
Oh yes. Kim, at this point, each and every point matters like gold.
Yes, every point is like gold dust. And getting a bit of that gold dust right now is Kim. I hear the gold market. I think gold is on the rise.
Yes, absolutely. It's Diwali time in India. Gold is supposed to be rise.
Yeah, and a couple of months after Diwali, we've got Christmas, we've got New Year. Right now we are celebrating the festival of table tennis, and someone enjoying out there is Kim.
Can the repeat of the last game can happen? This is how Kim was leading it. Leading by emotion, leading by game. This time, Hina Hayata used everything. She changes the spin on to the forehand toss spin as well. But Kim was well prepared. She could read that after every second powerful toss spin, Hina Hayata changes the spin. So she was absolutely ready to handle that ball, and point went in favor of Kim. With this, the score tally is 2-2. Decider game. Kim leading by 4 points. Hina to serve.
Hina to serve, and they've changed ends, of course, because already one player has touched 5 points, and after the change of ends, it's Hina Hayata who benefits initially. And there's a timeout now. Ultimately, the DPR Korea coach has called for the timeout, and who will this be important for, you think?
I think it's good for Kim, who had called for this timeout there. Could this timeout be turned in favor of Hina Hayata? Let's see, because at this point of time, Hina Hayata looked like she needed that timeout break, but obviously DPR Korea doesn't want to lose the rhythm she has got over Hina Hayata.
So exactly, tell me more about this. Why would you opt for a timeout now? I mean, you're in control, you're 5-2, you don't want to break the momentum.
If Kim would lose 1 or 2 more points, the match could actually turn in favor of Hayata.
Yes.
And that's the reason, because after some time, whenever maybe the coach would have noticed, the body language would have gone down, or Kim would have felt, no, there's something going wrong. I need to change the rhythm of the match. So I need to keep the momentum going with me. And with that 1 point loss, the way she lost it, she felt the need of it. So I would say that it was a good timeout call by Kim. But can this be in favor of Hina Hayata? Let's see.
Let's see, and that's another wonderful explanation there by Sachin. So whenever we have any such query, we immediately ask him, and you can also send in your queries on our streams. You can comment, and we can have a look at those comments as well.
Look at this. One more point by Hina Hayata. Both the players on this Stupa stats have taken their timeout.
Well,
First point lost by Kim after taking the timeout. Lot more pressure.
What a forehand. Well, you could see that Kim, she's not one of the tall players, and it was a little bit too short for her. But she shaped up well, hit it down, angled it, and hit it with power as well. Moves up to 6-3. Hayata has got to do something. Hayata gets that point.
Hayata closely getting into the match. She is covering the lead. She was 4 points down. Now she's only 2 points down. Good comeback.
Well, this is at least a closer contest in the fifth game, one would say, because in the previous match you would have remembered that Cha was in fact struggling in the fifth game. But this one, it's actually Kim who's taken control. Of course, Cha was up against someone who was way ahead in the rankings.
Oh, it was a beautiful long rally, aggressive rally by Hina Hayata. Well defended by Kim there. Powerful block.
Powerful block and 7-5. A bit of magic in the way she plays.
Obviously, the magician lefty player, because of a magical pimple rubber that on the backhand side, the way she slows down, the way she goes for attack, she does everything in the same game. And with this magical rubber, she's got one more point in her favor, leading by 8-5, slowly inching towards victory.
Trying to go for the attack there, but that's gone out. It's 8-6, and again, just building up on what happened earlier. When it was Miwa Harimoto taking on Cha Soo-young, that match also had gone into the fifth game, but in that fifth game, Miwa was ruthless. She won that 11-1. But here, this fifth game has been even more intense.
Look at the grit of Hina Hayata. She is displaying her magical backhand skills here along with the forehand there. Wow. Good comeback by Hina.
That's just flicked the top of the net, gone out, and Kim now 2-9 points. 2 points away from winning this
Yes,
match.
Hina would be slightly disappointed missing out to that forehand, and that too at such a critical junction. She could have equalized the score, but now, right now, the Kim is going to serve.
Kim's going to serve. And she's going to take that point. And because she takes that point, it is an opportunity for her to win this match. Kim has done this before. At the Olympics, she's also been a part of various upsets. This time it's gone out. Well, if she continues to play like this and continues to beat big players, I guess we've got to stop saying upsets.
Yes, absolutely. She's a quite a atom challenger there. And if she has upset the players at Olympics, which is the highest level of sporting spirit you could see, then obviously she is full of spirit right now. And with this, Hina Hayata trying to defend. And with this point, EPR Korea has equalized the score. Kim had done the job which she set out to. Coach would be really happy to see that after this nail-biting match. Finally, it is 1-all.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.